Now you're cooking with Manitoba Chicken and Karen Armstrong.
Today I'm going to make chicken cutlets using boneless, skinless chicken breasts. The technique that I'm going to show you works really well if you're going to make homemade chicken fingers as well. Before I start with the chicken breast, I want to make sure that the fillet has been removed. The fillet is this narrow muscle on the underside of the chicken breast. I want to take that off before I pound the chicken breast. And it just pulls off just like that. This chicken fillet is a perfect size for making chicken fingers, so remember to keep those chicken fillets for another meal. Now what I want to do is actually pound the chicken breast so that the top end, where it's a little bit thicker, becomes thin like the tail end. And what this does is make the chicken much quicker cooking. I need to cover it with a little bit of saran wrap just to keep everything clean, and I've got my cutting board covered with saran wrap as well. What you can use to pound the chicken breast is something like a meat mallet, so just like that. If you don't have a meat mallet, how about a heavy bottom pan, just like this one? Or if you happen to be feeling particularly frustrated, you've had a bad day, you can take your frustrations out with the heel of your hand, just like this. You want to concentrate again, as I said, on the thicker part of the chicken up near the top and not so much on this tail end where it tends to be thin. So there you have your pounded chicken breast, and this is ready for the next couple of steps. We're going to coat the chicken breast with a little bit of flour. I'm using whole wheat flour. You can use whatever you want. What this does is it just seals in the chicken juices and helps keep the coating on. So you do want to make sure, just like that, so everything is covered with the flour. From here, I'm going to dip it in a little bit of beaten egg, just like that. And you want to make sure that the egg has touched all of the chicken, covered all of those parts. Do you have to use egg? Not necessarily, but it really does help get the crumbs to stick. So when you cook, you don't end up with all the crumbs in the pan and nothing on the chicken. The final step for our cutlet is to put it in some crumbs. I'm using cornflake crumbs. You can use bread crumbs, you could use panko crumbs. I like the cornflake crumbs just because it gives that extra little bit of crunch. So really cover it good, use your hands, just like that. At this point, your cutlet is ready for cooking. You could put it on a parchment covered baking sheet and do it in the oven. It takes about 15-20 minutes at 400 degrees, or today I'm going to pan fry them. I've got my pan here with a little bit of canola oil in it. Canola oil just helps keep things from sticking and make sure that the coating stays nice and crispy. So into my hot pan this goes, just like that. And at this point, it's going to take about 3 to 4 minutes per side, because remember, that chicken breast isn't very thick anymore. So don't put it in the pan and run off and do something else. You are going to have to keep an eye on it. So 3 to 4 minutes per side, and then you're ready to enjoy chicken cutlets for supper.
For recipes, tips, and how-tos, explore chicken.mv.ca.